Welcome to Bad Gear, the show about the world's most hated audio tools. There are 3 old, big and hugely influential music tech brands that churned out so many different pieces of gear over the decades that it is statistically implausible that this channel will ever run out of instruments to review. Roland, Yamaha and Korg. Out of this trinity of bad gear MVPs, the latter is probably the most synth nerd friendly of the bunch. Not only do some of Korg's newer instruments still have an aura of innovation, unlike the other 2 brands, they are also capable of producing actual analog synths without a babysitter. Today we are going to talk about the Minilogue. This 2016 polyphonic analog synth sounds like a dream come true. Beginners love the easy-to-use interface and moderate price tag, pros appreciate the impressive set of features, and internet trolls like me indulge in the controversy surrounding its, let's call it, peculiar sound. At the first glance, the Minilogue is ticking all the boxes. Late 70s, early 80s hi-fi design, gracing a surprisingly lightweight synth keyboard with an aftertouch-less 137% micro Korg keybed that feels kinda wrong to play. Smooth knobs, a funky and fully assignable pitch bend thingy, and a small yet crisp display. 2 oscillators offering 3 standard waveforms can be mutated into metallic monsters oozing overtones when using the shape parameter put through the sync, ring and cross-modulation warp drive, and mixed with noise. You can choose between 2 and 4-pole filter modes with the same Marmite resonance flavor. Two snappy and sometimes clicky envelopes, and a comparably primitive LFO section won't be able to win over the modular crowd. Envelope 2 can be routed to the LFO and pitch of Oscillator 2 though. Speaking of primitive, I didn't find a way to tempo sync the slightly lackluster lo-fi delay, which lives in a complicated relationship with the high-pass filter. There are quite a few ways of managing the 4 voices of polyphony, including duophonic, unison, Mono+Sub oscillator, a syncable but polyphony munching Midi delay, chords, a legible arpeggiator, and leave a comment if you found a real-life application for the sidechain functionality. 16 sequencer steps are not much, but Electribe-style motion recording expands the sonic vocabulary of the synth if you're willing to put in a little menu diving effort. Firmware updates ironed out a few wrinkles and added features like microtuning. This very traditional synth engine allows for classic basses, mid-rangey pads, peak time rave sounds, ear-piercing leads, and analog percussion patterns. The rear panel is basic with mono in and out, USB MIDI, no MIDI through and analog sync. Let's address the emo elephant in the room. Yes, I am aware of the new and overpriced Minilogue Bass. Yes, I think it's the only way to sell the synth in 2022, given the much more attractive Minilogue XD being sold at a reasonable price. And yes, I could make an entire episode based on rapid-fire memes in black and red. Thanks to Klangfarbe for a Minilogue from their shop floor of James Bond: The Living Daylights fame. It seems like Korg really nailed the features to price ratio of the Minilogue. Did they get the sound right too, and can it still hold up? You have already heard the Minilogue in today's intro tune. That was surprisingly awesome. I wanna know how the synth fares as a basic one-bar sequencer bass machine. Some proper bass. It doesn't have the depth and beefiness you would expect from a big Roland or Moog, but it sits in a mix nicely. However, the limited sequence length and lack of multi-timbrality are a missed opportunity for an instrument like the Minilogue. In spite of the lower back tattoo rebranding, the synth is capable of non-bass sounds too. Let's put it to the test in a classic multi-screen jam. Was more work than you might think. The sweet spots are comparably small, and you have to be very careful not to lose the magic of a good sounding patch when applying even minor tweaks. The Minilogue is a modern take on a classic synth architecture. Time to polish some of its tones in this neo-noir megacity backdrop blues subtractive synthesis money shot. The Minilogue is based on a great concept, and it is totally possible to make it sound good. It's just not always convenient. If you are among the people who just magically click with its engine, or you're willing to put in the work to deal with its idiosyncrasies, the synth is a compact and affordable poly that looks great in many setups. Assuming Korg still has a warehouse full of old Minilogues, I'm looking forward to the aquamarine blue lead, the radioactive green pad, and countless other ways to mess with our synesthesia. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Feel free to like, subscribe, become a patron, and leave a comment what other kind of gear you would like to see and hear on the show.